Good afternoon. Happy Thursday to my dragon family. Araya here. It is Thursday afternoon. That means we're going live from For the Love of Dragons. And my name is Araya Anra. I am a energy healer, a psychic medium, life coach, and a guide to work with the dragons. I wrote a book 10 years ago called The Dragon Within. It's a great tool and guidebook to actually get into the down and dirty work with the dragons because they are here to bring us so much. Hello, Inger. Good to see you. And I want to talk about that today. It's sort of been in my realm this week of experiences with people and some misconceptions maybe, or a misconception energetically of what they are here to do and bring, who they are. So I just wanted to bring that up. I know some of it's been talked about before in past lives, but maybe you're new to the group or you haven't caught those. Maybe it just needs to be a refresher and bringing it back in. So who are the dragons? What are the dragons? Why are they here to work with us? What do they do for us? And I think sometimes the best way to clear out misconceptions is to talk about what they aren't. And I've seen some things lately connected with possibly more of the rainbow realms or the energies that come from there, similar to the unicorns. Some of the more fantastical beings that are from those realms are very associated with magic and play and youth and fairy dust type energy. And there are some dragons from the dragon realm, for the rainbow realms, but the majority of the dragons that are here to work with us and that are holding the planet's grids for us and that are really making space for our healing, to help us remember who we are, to help us come back to ourselves and to really awaken and clear out all the dense filters that are keeping us from that higher perspective, from that awareness of our greater selves. That's what they're really here to do, because that's who we be. At least some of us are dragons at our core essence. And so essentially as humans, we've got all these filters and things in place. We've got all these wounds in our emotional body. We've got traumas from childhood. We've got shutdowns of our truest gifts. And so to keep taking all those layers and scabs and all the densities off in order to get back to where we can even see or feel clearly, as we start that process, we start getting to a place where we can know and see ourselves a little bit more, maybe start feeling our clairaudient gifts or our clairvoyant gifts or our claircognizance gifts, where those things that are natural state, our purest natural state as our soul being, that have been part of the shutdown, part of the layering on of stuff over us, as we start the healing process towards that, and I'll get into where the dragons fit in there, then all of a sudden those things start opening up. We start getting a clearer connection to our guides, maybe tangibly, physically, if we're clairsentient. Maybe we start hearing things better. Maybe we start having visions or clearer meditations to get our guidance to the next step. And that is how our guides work. I've noticed really in the last 6 months so clearly that there's not big leaps and not like showing you way out ahead to get you driving forward to that, because of the time we're in and the gigantic aspects of each step that we're making. It's really about breadcrumbs and not getting too far ahead of ourselves so that we sort of freak out or get to like, whoa, backpedaling, I'm not ready to go there. Our guides are being very gentle and loving with, all right, next step. Here's the next thing you got to do. Follow through with that, and then the next one will be shown. And as that happens, all of a sudden you get 10 steps forward and you don't realize you've been doing it, and you look back and you go, well, look how far I've come. Look what's opened up for me. And so that's where the work with the dragons really is our crux of getting there. Each of them has a different set of gifts and a different part of the body that they work in, different elements of your soul being or your soul makeup that they can help with and assist with, because they all come from different lineages. They have different focal points of what they have as gifts. And so working with all of them in conjunction brings the greatest opening, right? But they do not come in to pander about. They are very playful, but they're not here to play. They do play with you because that's part of our remembering to get back to our playful self, our joyful, childlike self as a being. But they are not about fairy dust and sprinkling magic to say, oh, you're magically healed. Oh, you're magically this. They carry a lot of magic, but there is work and action steps in that process. They can only provide. Maybe they can provide the magic dust, but you have to go in and actually let that dust settle in and look at the ugly. And healing can be ugly, and it can be quick and easy, and there will be steps that are, but in between that, there's going to be heartfelt emotions that rise. There's going to be conscious realizations of ways you've misused gifts or things in your past, whether it be in this body or in your dragon body or in some other experience of yourself somewhere in this universe or in the time-space continuum of Earth, where there's ugly stuff that if you're not willing to see and look at as part of your journey, you're not ever going to really get back to your truest soul self, because it's all you and it all has to be embraced. And so the dragons are here as powerful beings. That is something they are truly, is powerful beings. And I say it often, they are fiercely loyal, fiercely powerful, and fiercely loving. And they are fierce in their doing it. And when they bring that energy, they're not here to pander about with you. They're here to get down to work. And they want you to be willing to step in there with them. And so you might see me often, or some things I might not post if people put them into the group, if they're talking about things that are light dusting of dragon energies. If they're airy-fairy stuff. The dragons are not here to be airy-fairy. I'll be totally honest with you. This is what I'm here for. I'm a guide. I'm here to be a guide for you guys to actually get to your highest selves. For you to learn and connect with the dragons in such a way that you receive what they really have to offer. And if you want to stay on the surface with them, just, maybe that's what you do in your relationships on the planet as well, with other humans. And you can do that for as long as you want. And you can enjoy and have fun with them and just keep it on a light, playful level. But when you're really ready to get down and dirty and do the work, that's when they're going to bring you the most benefit. And that's where they're going to help you see. They're going to mirror for you. They're going to take you either in their eye, they're going to take you in their heart, they're going to take you in their womb. They're going to take you on a journey on their back, maybe, and fly with you to places to help you remember the down, dirty, and ugly of your past and places you've been and things you've done that it's time to come into full awareness of, because those parts of yourself that are experiencing that in other places outside this time-space continuum, all of your soul aspect, essence, and experience is having an impact on who you be as a human right now. So if you find yourself meek or invisible or in self-doubt all the time, in lack of self-worth, all of those things are part of your human makeup in this journey, because that's what your soul carries. So your soul carrying that is having experiences in other places where maybe your self-doubt was in your soul before you got born into the family, and the family that you have brought out the right circumstances to implant that in a deeper degree so that you would finally see it and want to be free of it. But the implanting of it in your soul basis might be in another experience of yourself out in a star system somewhere, or in another planet somewhere, or in, maybe back in another place on this planet 800 years ago. And it's affecting the soul, and it's affecting your current journey, because it's all part of the soul energetic. So when you can go back and have experiences and go into those places that the dragons want to take you to, remember that and find where that's embedded. That's when you can start to see it get clarity. Because the human gift is that when we bring it into consciousness, when we actually bring it into this realm, into our consciousness, we have that perspective and that awareness where we can go, oh my goodness, I never even would have imagined that was part of me. Or why do I stay small? Well, it's because I have this belief in myself that I'm not worth anything. And that's not even a conscious realization for most of us all the time. Even though some part of us knows it, that we doubt that ability to go out and be powerful and manifest in the world and step into what we're here for. You guys all have that ability. That gift is within you. And the dragons are here to help you bring it out, especially for those of you that are dragons. So I just wanted to come on today to talk about that as what they're really here for. This is like their Christmas gift, right? It's the holiday season. We're 6 days away, or just maybe 5 days away from Christmas. Let the dragons bring you a gift this Christmas. Let it be something that you go and unwrap within yourself and say, I am ready. And whether you work with me as your guide to really unfold that in a fast, efficient way, or maybe you've got some dragon guides that maybe your gifts are open enough and you can connect to them directly. Maybe the book, thedragonwithin.com, is going to be a tool for you that you can say, all right, I'm feeling really called. I'm going to go in. I'm going to make this my year to really transform myself and wake up. Go in, allow yourself to open to a page and say, which dragon is calling me? And I encourage you, when you feel that, drop in deeply and really allow all that deep, ugly stuff to come up. Because that's where the big shift is going to come. And if you're staying light with it, and granted, there's going to be great meditations of joy with the dragons as well, because once you break through some of those deeper barriers, hey, there's rewards, there's let's take it easy and integrate. Let me take you on a journey, let me take you on a flight so that you can remember the great stuff as well from your higher perspective, so that you're getting that balance in, I've got to see all the polarities because I'm bringing them all back into myself right now. The journey for us of our ascension, our descension of our light bodies into this human form, is about bringing and merging all of the aspects of ourselves that are having experiences all over the universe back into awareness in one consciousness. And we've chosen to do it in these bodies on Earth now, and the dragons can help. So I feel a little like I'm on a soapbox today, but I've just been really pushed by a bunch of the things that I've been seeing of keep an airy fairy energy around the dragons, and it's just it's not how I experience them, it's not who I am as a dragon, and I want you guys to know and realize the level of work that the dragons are here to do with you. It's just waiting for you like a Christmas present to open it when you're ready, and then when you really dive into it, it will always meet you where you're ready. So if you're ready to really dive deep, they will go deep with you. If you're ready to just stay on the surface and do a little bit this year and maybe a little bit more, maybe in the next 6 months I'll do a little more, that's okay. That's your free will choice. But the opportunity is now on the planet. The energy is available. In the next 2 years on this planet, there's going to be so much shift energetically that I'm feeling so called with this urging in my heart to say, take it now. Take it now while the opportunity is there. Jump forward, leap forward. 2019 and 2020 are going to be huge opportunities for expansion. So I hope you're willing to take them, because the dragons are ready. They're here. They're ready to fly with us. They're ready to take you back to all those memory banks and help you merge back into yourself, into who you are, especially if you're a dragon. Those are the ones that they are almost amassing around. The dragon families that are the ones outside of this realm that didn't come in to be in body for this time. Maybe you're a dragon and you did. Maybe you're the only one of your whole dragon lineage from the dragon realms that is here. I guarantee you that dragon family is waiting at the edges of the periphery, where they're waiting for you to get to a certain frequency where they can actually meet you in the middle and say, yes, you're doing it, and now we can support you because we can take you the rest of the way. And my whole body's tingling on that. So let that be your Christmas present from the dragons this year. Open it heartily and dive in. And I'll get off my soapbox now, because that's just what was on my heart today, and just feeling it really strongly. So feel free, if you guys have any comments or questions about any of that or other pieces, I'm here right now. I will share that I'm not necessarily going to be on regularly over the next 3 weeks. I will be on, but on the 27th, which is a week from today, I will probably be in the air because I'm flying again. I am headed to Maui, to the home of the White Dragon's womb space, her power center. And Haleakala is calling. I'm going to be doing some work with the grid and with the white female dragon there. I'm not sure what day or when it's going to be called forth, but I know that I have some pieces to do there. So interesting, because I planned this vacation last probably February. Now it's here, and at that point, I just knew I was being called to Maui. I didn't really understand why, because of all the Hawaiian Islands, I've only spent a couple days there while I was living in the islands, and was like, all right, go there and go for 2 weeks. Okay, that sounds heavenly around the new year when it's cold and snowy in Reno. I'll sign up for that. And so now, as the whole Dragon Heart program comes to a close, we've got our closing ceremony tomorrow with the winter solstice. A lot has been shed, a lot of light has been shed on what's going on with the grids, with the bigger planetary piece and all the dragons of Mu that are holding the tectonic plates. And so with those activations that started in Sedona and Egypt and South Africa this year, there is more happening. So I happen to be in Maui. I'm going to be doing some work on my own with that. And then there will be some more trips coming up. I know Tibet's going to be online probably in September. I've talked about that once or twice. Probably going to be coming to Europe in June. I'm seeing some grid work that needs to happen, and I'm going to coordinate that with some workshops as well in France, possibly Barcelona, possibly the Netherlands. So waiting to see what comes of that, what central area needs to be for the workshops and the specific zones. I've got some sites for the activations lining up, but we'll of course announce more of that when it's time. And gosh, the Eye of the Dragon program, that's the other piece. But I was talking about Maui. I will be gone for 2 weeks starting on the 27th. So over the next 3 weeks, I will try to do lives at the same time on Thursdays. But if that doesn't work with where I am or the Wi-Fi signal or what's available, just know that I will be coming on regularly because I will have Wi-Fi signal, just don't know what time of day. So look for them in the postings. Check the group every day for new postings from me if you miss the lives. Because I'm going to keep you posted on what I'm doing with the White Dragon, what comes up there. I'm really excited to see. And what unfolds is I actually get downtime after completing this 9-month program in a very full schedule. I actually do not have any sessions during that time. I will be checking messages for those that are still interested in the Eye of the Dragon program, because those 4 spots are about to fill. So I'm excited to stay in touch with those people, and any others that, if they don't dive in and there's still a space open and you've been wanting it, it's time to get your application in. So I will be checking email. I will be responding a bit more slowly than normal, but just watch for that. So after about January 14th, 15th is when I'll be back to normal schedule and refreshed and renewed, because I'm ready to go have a little time for some rest, relaxation, some aloha, and some beautiful time, because when I get into that space, then my whole creative aspect with the dragons and what they're waiting to show me as far as next phases for next year also comes out. So excited to see where that leads. Anyway, have a wonderful Thursday and a wonderful holiday. I probably won't be speaking to you before Christmas, so those of you that celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. All the different areas of the world, I know that many things are being celebrated, so I hope this is a wonderful season for each of you. And again, I encourage you to dive into the depths of the dragons that they have to bring for you. Don't keep it on the light surface level. Don't expect them to put fairy dust over you or dragon dust. They can breathe with incredible frequency, and even the dragon's breath as it mists over you can trigger and light up things, but you have to be willing to see what it's lighting up and go deeper into it. So that's my holiday wish for you. Anyway, I will see you next time. Have a lovely, lovely one. And I always appreciate and love my dragon family showing up every week. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.